Welcome to this Vitality Blend class. My name's Mal and I'll be guiding you in a combination of yoga, deep stretches, connected breathing, and Pilates and mobility inspired movement. To begin, we'll lay on our backs. So just find a comfortable position to allow yourself to melt, palms facing up. And just begin to tune in to how your body is feeling in this present moment. Start to become aware of areas that might have some discomfort or needing some extra TLC today. And just start to breathe into those areas. And tuning into your breath, inhaling deeper through the nose. Feel the entire body. And exhale softly and controlled and longer than your inhales. Letting all the air out. Again, inhaling deeply, feeling the entire body. And releasing slowly, more controlled, longer than your inhales. Repeat that a few rounds. From here, start to gently come back to the natural breath. You can invite some movement, fingers and toes, rock the head side to side. And then gently raise the arms up over the head, bring the feet together. Inhale to lengthen. Hold the breath. Exhale, let it go. And draw the knees into your chest, start to rock side to side, allowing yourself to massage the spine, the low back, the hips. And allow the right leg to lengthen, left leg draws in, holding here for a stretch. And draw that knee out towards the left armpit and sort of tilt your ankle or your foot towards your body. So you have an open rotation here externally. Offering a little wiggle. And then exhale, take that knee over to the right, gaze comes over the left for the twist. Fingers long, palms facing up. Tune into the breath as it flows through the shoulders and the chest. Exhale, draw back to center. Both knees hug in. Gently lift the shoulders this time. Draw the chin to the chest. Hold here. And then exhale, left leg extends, right draws into the into the chest. Hold here as you breathe. Exhale, that knee comes out towards the armpit and draw the foot closer to the body, externally rotating here. Find little wiggles. And then draw that knee over to the left, gaze comes over the right. Find the twist. Palms facing up, fingers long as you reach, creating space in the heart. And exhale, draw back one more time. Hug the knees in, lift the chin and chest. Hold here in a tiny ball, getting as high as you can off of the mat. And then exhale, palms come over the head, legs extend, hold here. hold, and release. Keep the palms over the head. Slide the feet towards your body. Knees are in the air. Feet are about hip-width apart here, so adjusting accordingly. While you're here, just tune into what the spine's doing naturally without you trying. So most of us will have a little gap, not all of us. And if you do, start to press that spine or imprint it into the mat, feeling that, what that feels like. And exhale, release. Inhale to lengthen, pressing the spine in. And let go. Last one, find that relationship onto the mat, and then draw the shoulders into the mat, elbows pulled down towards your mat, fingers are long. And let go. So just tuning into that. This is our home base as best as you can get. That rib cage pulls in and that spine goes down. So you feel that engagement in the front. We'll move through this in each pose and I'll remind you several times. From here, start to press into the feet and start to lift the hips, finding a neutral spine. Exhale, sweep the palms down towards the mat. So we're not finding a back bend here. We're finding that neutrality just where we are. And then exhale, we curve the spine, so pull the tailbone and belly button inward as we bring the palms back up over our head to extend. Inhale to come up. Exhale, coming down. So repeating this a few times, and as you flow through, follow your own breath. Make sure the weight is even in all the feet, and you're sending those knees towards the back of your mat. Your top of your crown is towards the front. So you're feeling long at the same time, and the knees aren't spilling out, so you're being controlled with the thighs. Take 2 more of these. And last one, engage everything this time. Fingers are a little bit more intensely strengthened. Press into the mat with your hands. Gaze is up towards the sky. Press into the earth. Feel the glutes activate. Exhale, roll down. We're going to draw the knees in towards the chest. So find a little release here. Go back and forth. And then interlace the fingers behind your head. You can stay low to the mat, or you can gently lift the shoulders off, pretending you have about a tennis ball or a fistful here. Coming into 90 feet, we're just going to start an extension. So right leg lengthens, draws back to center. Left leg lengthens and extends, draws back to center. So continuing that for a few rounds. And as you're here, engage that mid-core and the mid-back, meaning we don't have a dip into that back. You're pressing the spine as best as you can without causing too much pain into the mat. Taking a few more of these, follow your breath. So it's going to take a conscious effort each time as you pull up to really press into that spine. You're going to feel that mid-core really awake. I'm taking 2 more. And draw back to center. Allow the arms to draw down. So they can stay interlaced if you'd like. And then just draw the feet over your hips, and then start to draw them towards your face. So you're just feeling a little bit of stretch, lifting off the back, and come back to center. We'll take only 5 of those, feeling more stretchy juiciness as we come through. Nice and controlled. Last 2. And 1. This one we're holding. Hold using your core, using your strength in your low back, pull the feet towards behind your head. So you're trying to shoot those feet back. Pull, pull, pull. Breathe through it. And release. Come back to those 90 legs. So when I say 90, knees are bent at 90. Their knees aren't too close. They're not too far. They're in this 90 shape. Feet gently lift. From here, we're going to lift off again, and then we're going to take our palms and just come forward, facing one another, and then exhale, come about halfway, and then go over to the right. Back to center, and then over. So we're not bringing the palms over our head too much. Squeeze the thighs together, so don't lose the control on the legs. And you're following your own breath. Make sure you don't lose that tenderness of the neck so it's not crunching too much. Taking about 2 more on each side. And we're not rushing, we're really just trying to find a nice control, reaching the fingertips as we come around, pulling back up. And release. Draw the palms up over your head. This time, draw the knees towards your body. Again, find those feet lifting over the face. Exhale, draw down. We're going to find our roll up. It's a unique type of roll up, not super unique, but it might differ from what you know of a roll up. So lengthening your entire body before we get there. Walk the hands over to the right corner of your mat. Find a side stretch. Sort of stretching out the back, the core. And then draw the feet over to the right so you've got this full banana stretch going on. Exhale, come back to center. We're switching sides. Draw the hands over to the left. Find that side stretch. And then the feet come to join, full body banana stretch. Beautiful. Now coming back to center, we're starting our roll up. I'm going to demo it first. So everything is nice and planted. You can let the spine come pretty neutral here. As long as your rib cage is not extending and spilling up, we still got some control here. So you're zipping that up. And then what we're doing is we're inhaling to come up. We stack the spine first, and then we exhale to fold forward. So we're not diving forward quite right away. We're finding this gentle roll up, back, and then tuck, roll under. So it's coming from more than just the abs. You're feeling the control through the chest pulling up, shoulders roll back so they're not crunching around your ears. And we're using the strengthening muscles around the spine and even the hips gently activate here. So just tune in. You can even close your eyes as you're doing this just to tune into what parts of the body are really helping you move through this. And how your breath must flow, and how it helps you as you move through it. We've got 2 more. Remember, as you come around, we're curving in, so we're still finding control into the core so that we just don't slop or slap our bodies down. Last one, inhale to come up. Hold your stack, and then this time exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Find a gentle bend in the knees. Exhale, coming up and around. So from here, I'm just going to move myself back into the center of the mat. There we go. And we're going to gently find a stack in our spine once again. So you can use a pillow if you need to gently lift, or fold your mat. And we're going to bend the right leg to start. Our hands are going to plant behind us, and then our elbows tuck in, our chest pulls up, and then our spine is tall. So we're not curving here, we're not rounding, we're finding length, and we're pressing up. As we do this, we're going to gently start to lift the left leg up, and then send it over to the left part of our mat. Exhale to come back in. So very gently, it does not have to be super high, it can be nice and gentle and low. The idea is that you do not fall back or fall forward. If you do need to use any additional props like a block or maybe a block under your right foot, you can do that. We'll take 3 more. Pull from the chest. Foot is gently flexed. And last one, draw back to center, and then pull the chest up, gently pulse up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that leg long, reach towards the front, grab your foot, find a stretch. So here, don't worry too much about the spine, just melt where it feels good. And exhale, we're coming back. Right foot is going to draw down, left knee is going to bend, left foot draws to the mat. We're repeating on this other side, so get your foundations up. Remember, not curving, and then when you're ready, notice the range of motion on each side. So going over to the right, coming back to center, going over to the right, and then back to center. So it's almost like a little rainbow. And again, just tune in to the foundations of the pose. Don't rush through. Three, 2, and 1. We're coming back to center. Gently pulse up for 8, 7. You're pulling from the hips. 6, 5, 4, 3. Option 2, hands free. And 1. Ooh. Straighten that leg and crawl down. Grab towards your foot. It's okay if you can't grab your foot. You can melt down to the side, or you can bend that knee and just grab into the foot, how it feels best. We're going to come now sweeping into our tabletop. So fingers are spread here under our wrists are under our shoulders. Knees are under our hips, unless, of course, you have longer legs. You might need to scoot them back. So find that neutral spine so your belly is not dripping down first. And then just spread the fingertips and press into the earth so that the shoulder blades come apart. And then what you're going to feel is the chest closes in together. And then exhale, dip. So instead of a cat-cow quite yet, we're just using this to tune into the foundations of the shoulder and release. 2 more. And come back to neutral. Let's take some cat-cows. Dip the belly and rib cage. Gaze comes high as you inhale. Exhale, press into the earth around the spine. Gaze comes towards the belly button. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, press. Take 2 more at your own pace, following your breath. If you need to add a little bit of movement, maybe you want to pull forward with the chest, maybe you want to send the hips back, little spinal wave here. Find what feels good. And back to center. So from here, make sure that, again, those knees are stacked. Our wrists are stacked. We're going to, tuck the toes under, lift the knees very slightly. From here, we're just going to draw the knees over to the right, come back to center, then over to the left, back to center. Gaze stays down, shoulders stay neutral, and square it as best as possible. So just inching back and forth, but moving through center first. So we're not just whipping back and forth. You come back to center for control. Taking 3 more. And make sure that spine stays neutral so the hips don't dip too much. Come back down, draw the knees down, send the fingertips forward. Let the hips stay high as you melt down heavy. A puppy counter stretch. We're going to come back up to bear again. This time, fingertips, same idea, spread, gently lift. When you're here, you're going to gently lift the right leg back and then touch the knee down. Back, touch the knee now. So with this, it will be inevitable that you'll lift a little bit more, but that's okay. Stay controlled. 3, 2, you feel that quad fire up, and 1. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Drop that knee down, drop that foot down, send the hips back. Little stretch in the calf on the right. You lift that left foot off, you're going to just feel some relief into the quad. And ready, come back to center. We're switching sides. Time is flying. We're already almost all the way done. When you're ready, get into that bear again. So knees lift off a couple inches, spine is neutral. You're feeling that engagement. Left leg comes back and then dips down, touches the mat. 3, last 2. It's so hard to chat while you're doing this. 1, and drop down. Send your hips back. We're coming forward, back to our tabletop. Extend that right leg back once again. Step it between your hands. Walk it forward. And then let's find just a low lunge stretch. So, Anjiyasana. Exhale, send the hands back, and you're going to find a half split here, but melt down, find a stretch. Exhale, rock forward. This back foot is going to pivot, so it externally rotates. Left arm reaches back and up. From this warrior stance here. Reach forward, left palm comes behind for a bind. And then exhale, send that left palm back, right palm over the body, and extend that right leg for a stretch. Gaze can come down. Just find just a moment to reset. Exhale, we're lifting back up. Try to come from the core and to the hips, so hands free. Rotate forward, hips come square. Walk that right foot a little bit closer to. Send them back again for one more time in your half split, but place the left hand on the outside of the right foot. Walk the right hand back and look over your right shoulder. Option to lift up this palm. But today I'm not going to do that. So awkward little shape, I know. And then coming forward, find that lunge one more time. Gently lift that back knee up. Wiggle that foot. And then drop down. We're switching sides. I'm going to just rotate on the other side of the mat because otherwise I'd be facing the back of you. So find that low lunge. Get nice and deep to open that hip flexor. Make sure that knee is not going over the toes too much. Exhale, send back, half split. Melting down. Gently rocking forward, this back foot pivots, right arm sweeps back into this warrior stance, but we pull forward with the knee. Exhale, we send back, we straighten, right palm dips, left arm reaches over the face, fingertips extend out. So feeling this line of energy between the fingertips and your left toes. Gaze can stay down. Exhale, we're coming up. Try to use in from the core, lengthen. We rotate forward. We sweep that knee back. We draw this left foot a little closer to the body. We find that half split again. We melt, but right palm comes on the outside of the foot. Left palm walks back. So we're opening and we're opening over to the side with our shoulders in this weird little twist that you'll feel here. Some of us might feel it in the shoulders. And then exhale, we're coming back forward. Draw that foot back. Bring the big toes to touch, knees as wide as the mat. Find a child's pose. We're taking 3 breaths here. So in this child's pose, allow yourself to melt down nice and deep. On your next exhale, start to roll forward. You could try spinal wave, and then drop the belly down. Walk the hands outside of the mat. Palms are lifted, fingertips are elevated here, and then your feet are pressing into the mat. Inhale to lift up from the belly. Exhale, draw that left shoulder down, looking over your right. Wow, I am a loss for words right now. Exhale, come back to center, and then switch sides. Right shoulder dips down, gaze comes over the left. Your arms are about 90 degrees. Exhale, draw all the way down, palms come extending outwards, they lay flat. Bend into your right knee and gently roll onto your left side of the body. Your knee can just draw over your thigh, or you can step that foot behind you. You can feel quite a low back opener. And hip extension, or hip flexors. I really can't talk. Someone needs to eat today. And exhale, come back to center, bend into the left leg, roll over to the right. Same thing, you can hover, or you can rotate all the way over, drop that foot. And then exhale, come back to center. You can stay here and just melt down for a few breaths, or turn onto your back. Either way, take a few minutes to rest, and I'll see you in the next class.